Hey everybody, and I thought it would be time to start talking about Steam reviews. And it's Steam. Everybody loves Steam. Not me. I feel like Steam has just gotten too big. Maybe it's my contrarian in me, but it's really gotten so big that you have to have a game on Steam, or your game's not going to do well. Except for some outliers like EA's not on here, but it's. I'm just prepping up for the inevitable launcher wars in 2017 because Blizzard just announced that they're going to change BattleNet to something else. Origin just came out with a new release, new UI that kind of hit or miss. Uplay has that launcher, which you actually need to launch if you're using it from Steam. GOG has its own launcher. Luckily, you don't really need it to play, but it's really nice to have achievements and tracks. Then there's some other ones. Bethesda has one going for its stuff. Warner Brothers has some stuff going for that stuff. So it's get ready, guys. The launcher wars are real. Anyways, for Steam, one thing that comes out more than anything else are the Steam reviews. And recently, they have been extremely controversial, with Steam changing them several times, getting rid of a lot of reviews, and then trying to make reviews more I don't know. But let's start off with the big one here. Let's start off with Ark. So we're looking at Scorched Earth. It's a $20 expansion pack, which is really expensive, I feel, for just a map. But yeah, it's a map for Scorched Earth, or for Ark Survival Evolved. You need this is their third map in the game. The first one is the island. The second one, the center, which is a fan-made one that they kind of rolled into the official mode. And so when they released, this game came out with a huge backlash of people being pissed off because the game is still not well optimized, and this doesn't represent any of the actual game. The game looks like shit. You need a 1060 or 980 to be pushing this this fidelity, even at 60 FPS. So we see that it's very positive overall, but as you can see here, we're just getting some stupid, irrelevant reviews. 800 hours in, and I'm sick of all these stupid bugs that haven't been fixed. That is a valid argument, but that has nothing to do with this map. Here's one. 10 out of 10. IGN, though. I mean, you can, flag this as helpful, or you could go with funny. This game is dope. That's not useful. What happened to OC Scorched Earth? This literally has nothing to do with that, so we'll just do that. But here's the most helpful reviews here. We'll read this right here. While Ark is general had a great idea and has been the base game a great gameplay, the fact that they made DLC a paid DLC when the base game isn't even out of early access is a complete joke. Valid argument. But I can't look past all that. But I can't look past it. But when I play an early access game riddled with bugs and then they release paid DLC, I would expect less bugs, not more. This DLC is particularly unplayable, from the constant crashing to the constant graphical bugs to the constant everything bugs. So this is kind of like a valid argument, but again, it really doesn't talk much about the actual DLC. He's more pissed off that the game's still buggy, and that is, again, rolls back into Ark. But yeah, this is Ark. People are pissed off, but hey, let's show you the big thing. And remember, Ark used to be extremely overwhelmingly positive. Now, the most recent, which is the past reviews in the past 30 days, are mostly negative, with practically all of it since June 2015 being mixed now. So 96,000 people have reviewed this, and the average comes out to 69. That is a lot of negative reviews. But sadly, let's scroll down to see what these great reviews are. This is the most helpful review. 71% of this think this is a helpful review. 6,762 people out of 959 people thought this was helpful. 318 people thought this was funny. Paid DLC for an early access game is just stupid. This literally has nothing to do with the game. Nothing to do with the game. This guy spent 516 hours. That's a shit ton of time for a game you spent $30 on. That's a lot of time. People nowadays are perfectly fine spending, $20 on playing a 2-hour game, or playing $60 and expecting nothing more than maybe 12 or 15 hours on a $60 game. This guy spent probably 30. There's a strong chance that he might have gotten it even cheaper during a sale, or going to one of the other sketchier places to buy this key, maybe not even spending $30. But he spent 516 hours. And his review is, pay DLC for the early access game is stupid. You know what's the best part? We can actually check if this guy's played this. Oh, wait, he said it private. Good on him. But it's not helpful. Not helpful. Look at all these negative reviews that literally mean nothing. Oh, there's one over here. This one's actually a really good one. I don't write many reviews, but I felt it was like good graphics and interesting gameplay. But I actually kind of agree with this review. I feel like it has decent graphics. Its visual presentation is really good when you have the computer to play it. Sense of accomplishment. But yeah, it's kind of like this. I really don't like Ark. I really don't. I've played a lot of it lately because we got that server going, but it's still like not a fulfillment thing. We are modded, and so a lot of it is helped. Here's another one. 789 hours. 790 hours. And many of the wrong choices in the last month, and today's DLC being the final drop, I will drop support for this game. Doesn't matter, he already spent 790 hours into this game. When's the last time did he play this game? Last played 2 days ago. 2 days ago. So clearly he still plays it. So I mean the DLC came out last month. So I don't know. Moving on to none of this fucking matters. Part of my language, but we can always go to the Steam stats. These are accurate depictions of the top 100 games on Steam. And right there, Ark is sitting at 48,000 people with a peak of 57,000 people. Only surpassed by Rocket League, which has had a huge patch, Team Fortress, which is a free-to-play game, Civ 5, which is amazing game, Counter-Strike, which is I have another opinion, and then Dota, another free-to-play game. It's pretty crazy when you have a game that well hated with mostly negative reviews in the past 30 days. Huge outcry from everybody saying, hey, you should not doing that. Even the developers of Rust, Gary Newman, I think his name, also the creator of Gary's Mod, has gone on record saying, yeah, they fucked up, but hey, man, you're still playing the game, so shut the fuck up. Like, literally, I love Rust. I think Rust is great, a great early access game. What they're doing is amazing. They're keeping up with the community. They do a lot of community stuff. I've dumped hundreds of hours into this game, and I still think this is a great game. It's only bad because of the player base. But that's not the problem of the game. It's the problem of the player base. So, yeah. But hey, wait, there's more. A couple weeks ago, I did a stream for Salvage Resurrection, and I recently I wanted to play that, and there's nobody playing it, so we can go to the store. This game is now $20 on Steam. You can get the digital deluxe version for $10 more and all that stuff, but it does have some microtransactions where you could buy a key if you get a chance to open that up. It's mostly positive with 71%, but the game has only been out for a little over, a month. And some of these great reviews are, wow! My only exposure to the series was through Savage 2 on my terrible laptop. That's a game that came out in the early 2000s. And this game has really let me experience a series I felt I missed out. I've been trying to learns Savage Resurrection as a new player, and in my opinion, yes, it is difficult, but totally doable if you like the gameplay. I would definitely recommend this to anyone who likes Quake, Natural Selection, or any skills ceiling game. You know, I can agree with that, because it's a very similar Natural Selection, and maybe not Quake, maybe more of an Unreal thing. As Unreal's gotten bigger now. I started playing Advanced. It is a much more in-depth than Standard. It is definitely feels rewarding to play and learn. Nah, no it's not. It feels like a game from 2004. The only downside to playing is their player base is small, but it's kind of cool to play with some same players a lot, in my opinion. No, it's not. It just gets kind of boring and boring and boring. I really hope more people take notice of this game, though, from the tournament's sake. It has potential. For $20, this is an easy... I mean, like, this is a good review. But it's, again, small player base. And this is where you have a problem with the smaller games. Let's get to my review here, which I posted the other day. View your review. I pretty much said, plays and feels like Savage the Battle of New Earth from 2003. It really does. It just seems like, you know, they added a new coat of paint, and it still feels like a game from 2003. Decent game, but not enough people are playing this. Again, I cannot stress this enough, but no one is playing this. And I offered a link here to Steam Charts, a good place to find out if people are playing this. Hey, and guess what? Literally no one is playing this. Games are 20 versus 20, I think, or 16 or something like that. Like, games are like 30 people. And you can see here, in the past 48 hours, a peak of 63 in the past 24 hours. So that was right here. This is Saturday night. 63 people. So that means like there was probably like 2, maybe 3 servers being used. If we go to all time, which is, it gets a little bit bigger because it's a early access game. Here, I think this is when it launched in early access, 1,000 people. This is where it launched. And then, as you can see, it literally hemorrhaged players because the game is shit. And a lot of people are like, wow, this is a really good game, but then put a good review and say, no, it's not. You know, 10 people, 3 out of 7 people thought this was helpful. But again, this is actually an extremely helpful review. And again, nobody's playing this game. But yeah, that's Steam reviews. It just boggles my mind. I don't understand. You know, it's crazy. What else we got here? Wow, what the hell? Activity 2 is up there? But yeah, there's a lot of these indie games, especially multiplayer games, really just like, they're all about multiplayer. And so, when they get released, they have a big, like, for a couple weeks, they're, like, really strong. And then kind of die off. And, you know, nobody plays them. And then that game is now dead. Like, I can't play Savage Resurrection. Like, I can't get a good game. It would be theoretically impossible. Because there's 32 people online. Getting them all on one server is probably going to be another thing. Because maybe some people don't want to have a full server. Or just want to play against bots. There is bots. But yeah, it's pretty crazy, like, reviews on this game on Steam, and I feel like it's now more than ever, you know, whatever people says about a game, you know, you have also your own opinion about a game too. So I really like Grand Theft Auto 5. I really hate Counter-Strike, and I feel like Counter-Strike is a joke. But hey, that's my opinion. You know, you can take it or leave it. You know, a lot of people love Counter-Strike. A lot of people like Counter-Strike, and they're not wrong. They're perfectly fine. But when you start posting these reviews on Steam, you know, I still think this game is pretty shitty, and it has a lot of problems. But, you know, yeah, here's a good one. Counter-Strike, garbage. Anyways, I thought I'll leave that on that for Steam reviews. I don't know. Do research on a game. You know, it's really nice that we have YouTube where people can go on YouTube or, you know, Twitch or fucking Who's Up What's Up and Beam or you know, what's the other ones? I don't fucking know. Yeah, VidMe, all that stuff, and check out what are people playing. You know, you can also check that out here too, which is not really that used that much. Broadcasts. You can see people just playing the game right now. You know, you can also see people put videos on here too, which is really actually a pain in the ass. I used to do this a lot. But you can see people put videos in here and see what the games is and get a better in depth of like, hey, you know what? What they're doing in this game is good. But again, reviews are not everything, guys. I hope you understand that. And I don't know. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this has been like a fun and interesting video. If you like more of these offshoot videos, make sure to say something in the comments. I'm always reading them when I'm awake. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Caboose967. I'll see you on the flip side.